Good morning, everybody. It's Steve here at Don Amott Leisure, and welcome to the showground. Today, I'm going to take you round this brand new Swift Voyager 584. So this is the new Swift Voyager for the 2026 season. The model that we've got here is on the 165 brake horsepower 8-speed automatic Ford chassis. It will sleep and travel 4 people. It's just under 8 metres long at 7.85 and comes in at 3.5 tonne, so you can drive it on a standard driving licence. Going around the outside, and then obviously we'll pop in. So starting off, they've got some slightly different changes on the outside, so your colour scheme is different. So the graphics at the back now kind of flow and match the magnetic grey Ford chassis, so it all forms nice and neatly. So they've got rid of the turquoise exterior graphics. 16-inch alloy wheels. Much of the rest of it is the same. So on the Voyagers, you do get the extra wide habitation door, the low level, low profile, so there's no habitation step. Outside barbecue point is standard. Toilet cassette is there. Garage space to the back. And as you can see in the 584, it is a good garage space. So it's nice and spacious. You've got heating in here. You've got power from 12 volt and 230 volt and USB. 2 tether points, so bikes and things like that can go in here, and you can access it from either side of the van. Couple of little hanger points there so that you can hang your wet clothes, because you've got a little drain off just there, so wetsuits, etc, for all you adventurers. Round the back, and you've got the fitments for a 2-lay bike rack and also the rear reversing camera. As I said, access this side as well. That's your water fill, which is just a tap that goes straight in, and you can also use a 12 volt power adapter if you've got like an aqua roll, etc. External shower point as well. And then this is your new boiler vent for the Truma Combi Neo system, which is brand new from Truma. It's the first time they've done anything for over 10 years in the industry, so it's quite exciting. Power connectivity there, and then that is your locker for 2 6-kilogram gas bottles. So everything else is pretty standard, as I said, from what it was before. So let's head on in and we'll show you the slight colour changes on the interior, and talk a little bit about the van from the inside. So fundamentally, other than slight changes in the colour scheme on your upholstery and your table and your sort of worktop area, it's fundamentally the same layout, so it's the same thing. So starting off at the front, you've got the Sync 4 12-inch Ford system where everything kind of works off there. 8-speed automatic gearbox, so a slightly better pull on the engine. Fully digital dashboard with speed limit and cruise control, and everything else, and then obviously your USB connectors and stuff. Cab lines to the front and the sides, so you're fully kitted out in terms of night time. Bit of storage across the top here and a panoramic roof, and then you've got more power sockets just here and here. Into your lounge area, you've got this nice cool butterfly table that will extend out to be a nice big table. The reason that they put these in, because it is a question we get asked quite a lot, rather than a freestanding table, is this forms the base of your bottom bed here, which is what allows it to sleep 4 people. And it just makes for an easier bed makeup, so there's less infill cushions and less messing around, so you can turn it from a day mode to a night mode a lot quicker and a lot easier than if you had a freestanding table. They are quite flexible in terms of, you've got a little handle here and you can push them out of the way quite a bit. So again, when people say, oh, they get in the way, they don't really, and they're just a much better option. In terms of the 4 travelling people, because I can see you're all going, well, I can see 2 seatbelts there, Steve, but where's the rest of it? Underneath here, you've got an Agouti travelling seat, and exactly the same on that side. So, if you never needed to travel 4 people, or it was very rare that you were travelling 4 people, you can leave this as a nice lounge area. So there's no sort of L-shaped dinette getting in your way, which gives you a nice bit of width and a nice bit of space down here. You've obviously got a bit of storage up here and up here, and then the same on the other side. And then moving into your kitchen area, scatter cushions as well, look. Whew. That's your worktop just there, or your extendable worktop, so it gives you a nice big space, as you can see. And then you've got really cool, like, soft closed drawers for your cutlery, and then in there more drawers for, you know, putting your packets and your utensils and your bits and bobs. So nice there. Again, above you here is lots of storage space for putting your, you know, your plates and things like that. You do have a dual fuel gas and electric, so it's 3 gas and 1 electric hot plate, and then you've got a combination oven and grill there, and even more little cubby holes just in here, look, putting all your tins and your sugar and blah blah blah. 2 power sockets are just here, so you can have an air fryer, Ninja slushy machine, they're a thing. I've just bought one. Here, little hanger for your coats. There is provisions for a TV. There's no aerial on the roofs of the Voyagers, so whereas it's all pre-wired in, you'd have to get a TV aerial. New for 2026 is the updated system, so really easy on the control panel, so it's dead intuitive. Lighting, blah blah, you can dim your lights, you've got your entry lights there, your awning light outside, your power. There is a 120 watt solar panel on the roof, and it is a smart panel, so it will direct whichever way it needs to go. Levels for your water tank and your pump, and you've got your heater is there, so your water tanks are heated, so they're winterized, and then your internal and your external humidity. And then here, this is the new Truma Neo system. What's really different from the Truma Neo system to the old system is if you are on gas or a combination of electric and gas, so hybrid as we call it, it will give you continuous hot water for the length of time you've got water in your tank, but more importantly, it will heat that hot water up between 3 and 12 minutes, whereas before the average was 26 minutes. So it's a lot more efficient, a lot more effective. It's also 6 kilograms lighter, so you've got 6 kilograms more payload. But it's just an innovation, and it's the latest and greatest system. You can download the INX app and connect your phone to that, so you can control everything from your phone. And one of the other things that we found out the other day that's good with it is, whereas the old system would throw up error codes and you'd not know what them codes were, this will tell you kind of what's going on and give you troubleshooting help and advice as to how to clear it. So you know, that first time or second time you use your van, if you're out in a campsite somewhere and you've kind of forgot the advice that we gave you or the instructions and help that we gave you when you collected, you'll be able to then go through the van and it'll talk you through it in theory. Nice big Dometic fridge, which is a dual opening fridge, so you can open it from both sides. And another thing that Swift have done different to a lot of other manufacturers is they've kept it as a 3-way fridge, so you can operate this on gas, electric, or while you're traveling, your vehicle battery will maintain its temperature. They believe it's just a much more, you know, dual system, and you're not going to get caught out with compressor fridges, etc, etc. More storage at the top, and that is where your solar panel regulator sits. And then into the back, you've got this lovely door, which will close everything off. So if you didn't want people to see into your bedroom and you were entertaining, you could leave that shut. And then that will also double up there to allow you to get into your toilet. And this is where I think they've made the biggest changes, and it looks really nice. You know, things like these really modern splashbacks, the black sort of finish on towel rails, taps, toilet roll holder. It gives it, from my point of view, that kind of boutique hotel kind of feel. Storage in there, same again underneath here, and it just does give it that really nice feel. Then if Jack jumps in, separate shower, which is also nice. And again, they've gone for that really modern splashback, the really modern black feel to it, and it just looks lovely. And they've done a really good job, I think. Heading into your bedroom area, and we've got this set up to do its purpose of a dual bedroom, really. So you can have it as 2 singles, one either side, or you could sleep widthways if you wanted to, using these infill sections that we've put in that you can remove. And it just, again, gives you a bit of versatility. Something else that Swift do is all of them are Duvet mattresses, which are just a normal mattress. They're not a leisure mattress. You can buy them normally. So again, they're really comfortable. And then you get good amounts of storage either side. So you've got that lit up wardrobe there, lit up wardrobe that side, slightly smaller because that's where all your boiler and things is, but still vast. And then just little cubby holes. So you've got a little bit of storage under there, look. A little bit of storage under there. So it is just their way of utilising space. And then you can pull these doors across. So it is locked out at the minute. But you can pull the door, and the same the other side, and it'll meet in the middle to just close off your bedroom. So again, if people did want to use your bathroom, you can just close off your bedroom and be out of the way. Another TV aerial point here, but you would have to mount a TV on there, and as I said, get yourself an aerial. And then again, just nice and modern, nice and bright, nice and airy at the back. USB points for your phones, and a place to store your phones for if you didn't want to, for when you're charging. And as I said, it's as easy as that in terms of converting it back into, you know, just your 2-bed system. So all in all, I think the changes that they've made on the 2026 from the 25 are subtle but striking at the same time, and it's enough to go, actually, these are really, really nice. So if you are looking for a Ford motorhome that's 3.5 ton, so you can drive it on a standard driving licence, comes in under 8 metres and will sleep and travel 4 people with an end bedroom, could be the van for you. So and having a garage as well is massive. So if you're interested, pick up the phone, ask to speak to me, Steve, because I'd love to show you around the van in person, and we can take it from there. But it'd be great to see you down here, and take care, and thank you for watching. Really appreciate it if you made it through the whole video. And we'll see you very soon. Ta-da.